All right, we are live once again. All right, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here on a late Saturday night. You thought it was late Saturday night. It's not late Saturday night. If you didn't turn your clock back, it would be late Saturday night. But it's your late Saturday night video right here on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling Channel, YouTube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. And as always, make sure you like the video. Stick that thumb straight up the wazoo on this channel and all my other channels down there, dude, in the description box below. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Basically, treat it as like it's the Philadelphia Filthies. Basically, treat it like it's the Phillies or you're a bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you, well, fuck you. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we're going to move on from there. Alright. So if you're first time watching, welcome to the party, pal! Hope you enjoy the ride. And if you don't, hop off. Get out of here. We don't need you. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's that. Alright. We got Real Rally Sport Rally in the chat, my good friend. What's going on, mate? How you doing on this Sunday morning, 6:44 in the morning in the UK? Did you turn your clock back? I hope you did. Because it's now daylight savings time. We fall back about an hour ago, officially an hour ago. It would have been 3:44 in the morning. Now it's 1:44 in the morning. So if you didn't turn your clock back, then you better do it now, or at least when you get up. But usually, if you have a phone, it does it by itself. So, or a computer does it by itself too. But if you have like a manual battery clock or a stove or whatever, then you have to do it manually, which sucks. What are you gonna do? But that's it. So, great having you here once again there, Real Guys for Rally. I saw your video, your little review. Good shit. Good stuff. Good stuff. That's all that matters. And that's it. Alright. So anyway, I hope everybody had a great Saturday. And like I said, turn your clock back. And now the sun will be going down at 5, well, close to 5 o'clock. Which sucks, but it is what it is. But by the time we wake up, the sun will be out fully. 6:30 in the morning. So, we get that. Anyway, enough about that. Alright, congratulations to the Houston Astros tonight. Who predicted Astros in 6? This guy, this motherfucker, this sexy motherfucker right here. Astros won tonight. Looked a little bit dicey after Schwarber hit that home run in the, I think it was the 5th or the 6th inning. But then Jordan Alvarez hit a bomb. 3-run homer against the shitty pitcher for the Filthies. 3-run bomb. The place was rocking. Minute Maid Park was rocking. And then they scored an extra run the same inning. Make it 4-1. And that was it. That's it. Baseball season is over. The Houston Astros are your new World Series champions. Their second title in the last 5 years. I am so freaking happy about that. Sad that, Zach Wheeler, who pitched a pretty decent game until he gave up those, it was 1st and 3rd, and then they took him out, even though he had like 70 pitches. So to the Philadelphia Filthies manager, you are a dumbass. He was on a roll. He gave up, 2 freaking hits. I think they had it was 1 out or 2 out. I think it was 1 out. And then they took the pitcher out, and the next guy comes in. Jordan Alvarez comes up. Boom! 450-foot dick shot. That's what we call home runs here in the New York City area, if you're a Met fan. 450-foot bomb to center field, and the Astros went on to win. And I'm happy, but for Zach Wheeler and Noah Syndergaard, well, to Noah Syndergaard, how's it feel, bitch? That's all I gotta say to you, sir. But Zach Wheeler, you had a good run. You had a good season, a great season, a shocking season to be at that. And better luck next year. That's all I gotta say to Philadelphia. And also today, Philadelphia in the MLS Cup lost in a shootout to LA, the LA Football Club. So not a good day to be a person from Philadelphia. So, well, at least you got the Eagles, who are 8-0, but they ain't going to go anywhere in the playoffs. I doubt it. They'll make the playoffs, I don't know, as a number 1 seed. It could fall to a number 4 seed if the Giants and the Cowboys get there, and depending on what the other divisions do. Hey, the Niners could go up to number 1, but I doubt that. But it is what it is. So Philadelphia, bye-bye, so long, farewell. You're out of here. Baseball is over, and as of now, the hot stove is ready to fire up. So as of tomorrow, free agents can be signed, trades can be made between now and really March, or at the end of March, basically. So we got a couple months away till spring training 2023. We got the World Baseball Classic starting in March, spring training in March, well, the end of February, really, into March, and then the regular season begin, and the Astros will defend their World Series title come 2023. Can they do it again? Possibly. I think they could. I don't think there's anybody stopping the assholes come next year, unless like Judgy Wudgy goes to like San Diego or goes to San Francisco. Then you got something to talk about. But can't rule out the Mets even if they don't get Judgy Wudgy. DeGrom wants to come back. Hopefully, Uncle Stevie opens up. I can't even talk tonight. Opens up his checkbook, gives DeGrom what he wants. Resigns Diaz. Resigns Nimmo. Even though I heard Conforto is coming back, I don't want him. And we'll see what other things they do in free agency. There's a lot of talk who they want. Carlos Rondon, Ohtani. I don't think they're gonna get him. Some bullpen up would be nice. And we'll see what happens with that. And we'll see what happens with the Yankees, what they do in the free agency. If they re-sign Judgy Wudgy. I don't understand why Baboon and Kratman are coming back. That's Cashman for you dumb people at home. But I guess Hal Steinbrenner wants to give him one more chance. How many chances are gonna get to shoot yourself in the foot? There, Baboon, Cashman. How much more money are you gonna give to like Ohtani or maybe DeGrom? They're not gonna sign DeGrom. I hope not. But they get another big bat. How many steroids are you gonna give him? If Judgy Wudgy goes, all you got left is steroid using Anthony Rizzo and freaking Donaldson and freaking Stanton. Because all Yankees are steroid users. It's a proven fact. But I digress. And we'll see what happens with that. But baseball is over. Now we focus on football. And we'll see what the Jets do. The Giants and my San Francisco 49ers. As week 9 finishes up really on Monday, but full slate of football tomorrow. Giants and the Niners are off, which sucks. The Niners are off. What am I going to watch? Well, the Jets are playing the Bills at home tomorrow at 1 o'clock on CBS. They're going to get their butts kicked. And we'll see what happens with that. The night game is Tennessee and Kansas City. That should be pretty decent. We'll see what happens with that. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'm really now in football mode, even though hockey's in there too. Man, but like the local teams are kind of doing pretty good. The Icelanders had a five-game winning streak snapped today in Detroit. The Devils are on a 9-game winning streak. Ouch. And the Rangers, well, coming off a tough one against those Boston Bruins. But, Rangers are up and down this year after a little bit of a red hot start, and now they're coming back down to earth a little bit. But still, it's early, so I'm not worried about it right now. But football is about at the halfway point. Got 9 weeks to go. We're at 10, but 9 weeks to go. And we'll see what happens with that. And we will move on. All right, let's move on to our chat. Let's see what Will Rally has to say. Then we're going to get into a Crown Jewel review, and then we're going to sleep. All right. So Will Rally says hi. What's going on, dude? I'm fine. Crown Jewel is okay. Okay show. I'm not happy about Alexa Bliss, Asuka. Oh my God, crap! 5 days. Actually, well, as of now, 5. Well, it was 4. 4 days as champs. Are you serious? Like, can we be serious? Like, seriously? Thanks, nice of you. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, I was kind of, I was hoping for a title change, actually, because really it made no sense to give Asuka and Lexi the belts and then change it right back, because it feels like a hot potato. Now I hope that Asuka and Lexi, when they get their rematch, which will probably be on Monday, because as we all know, during a pay-per-view, the next show is usually Rematch Central on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So there'll probably be a rematch on Monday Night Raw. If it's not on Raw, then it's probably going to be in the future, maybe. It's not going to be at Survivor Series, obviously, because we all know what's going to happen at Survivor Series. I'll get to that in a little bit. With War Games! But yeah, 4 days as champs. Why did they give them the belts then? Because basically what you're doing is, you're going back and forth, and you have Io and Dakota as now 3-time champs, but you're making them look very weak doing it. And what made it even worse was Bayley freaking losing to Bianca. Why? Why couldn't Bayley win the belt? Why is Bianca looking like John Cena, the female version? I love the Killian kids, I love the Killian. Why are they making Bianca look like John Cena? Now Bayley can't beat freaking Bianca one-on-one. The only time she can beat her is in a 6-woman tag team match. It makes no sense. Now, who's gonna beat Bianca? Who beats Bianca now? At the Royal, either on Raw or at the Royal Rumble. A lot of people saying Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, which they could do. I think they might do that, depending on who wins the Royal Rumble this year for the women. I bet you nothing. I'm not going to go on a limb here, and I'm not going to make this my main prediction, but I bet you guys nothing. Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble when she comes back. If not, if she doesn't come back at the Survivor Series, Charlotte Flair will come back at the right around the Royal Rumble and win the Royal Rumble, beat Bianca for her 14th women's title. I think it's 14. And then just run Raw again. I mean, who else could beat Bianca right now? Unless it's Rhea Ripley. It's not going to be Becky, because Becky's going to SmackDown, most likely. And didn't he say there was going to be a draft? I think they said that the draft was going to be after WrestleMania this next year, right? So there you go. But when Becky comes back, she's going to be facing Ronda Rousey for the belt. If they don't turn Shayna Baszler by then, which I doubt they might do, because they just started the Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey killer fucking tag team little storyline, where basically both of them are killers, and they're beating the living fuck out of people, especially Natalya. Natalia's gonna need, nasal surgery or something. Her nose got obliterated on SmackDown last night. Obliterated. Maybe it's an improvement. I don't know. But I digress. But yeah, giving the belts back to Io and Dakota Kai just shows you how bad the freaking women's tag team division is. Now who actually could beat Dakota Kai and Io? this time? Are you going to give it right back to Lexi and Asuka on Monday Night Raw or whenever they have this rematch? I doubt it. I hope not. If they're going to do a third reign, this is their third reign, mind you. Third reign as women's tag team champions. If they don't get the rematch, if they get the rematch and they win, then who's next? Toxic Attraction? Could be. It could be Toxic Attraction. Because when Mandy comes up after she loses at Deadline, which is after the next pay-per-view after Survivor Series on December the 10th, I think Mandy and Gigi and Jacy Jayne are going to come up to the main roster, be on SmackDown, and go. Well, Gigi and Jacy will go after Io and Dakota Kai, win the belts probably at the Royal Rumble, or maybe around WrestleMania time. I don't know. Maybe before then. Who knows? But at least give Io and Dakota Kai a nice little 2-3 month reign, please. Not freaking like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, at most a month. It is what it is. But damn, did Io look fine tonight. Woo! That fit she had. Her and Asuka. Wow. I had to control myself because they look so good in their gear. Even Alexa looked good, too. The ladies were looking pretty damn good tonight in their gear. You know, obviously they can't show skin because of the stupid Saudi Arabia rules. It is what it is. What are you going to do? Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley looked pretty damn good. Bianca was okay, you know. Nothing bad about that, but Asuka, Lexi, and Io looked amazingly hot. Amazingly hot. Loved it. Let me move on. And, yes, people would talk about the finish to that women's tag team title match, you know, changing hands, and the 4-day reign. They should have never gave Alexa and Asuka the belt then. If you want to do a title change, then you could have done it at this pay-per-view. It shows you how Hunter sometimes just fucks up, or whoever runs the women's division. Really, it's Hunter because he's head of creative, so. Hunter, you're fucking up with the women's division, you dummy. Stop it. Let Stephanie handle that. Hi, Steph. It is what it is. That's that. All right. We move on. Cheer me up, Pete. I'm ill. Don't feel well. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better, dude. You got a little cold? Hope it's not COVID. God forbid. Yeah, I was really sick this morning, actually. Well, not this morning. Yesterday morning. Well, actually, you could say this morning, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. Officially 2 o'clock. Don't turn your clock back now, because then you lose 2 hours of sleep. It's officially now, daylight savings time, 2:01 a.m. on November the 6th, 2022. There you go. That's it. So yeah, hopefully you feel better, dude. And yeah, I was wrecked this morning. I went to I laid down after I did my SmackDown review. And I was trying to go to sleep. Then my stomach started hurting, and I just felt the mushroom barley soup just like about to come up, and I just ran to the freaking bathroom. Bleh! Puked my guts out after that, and then my throat started hurting me. It's like violently threw up. I don't know, whatever. I think I had it because I think I had a headache. Usually when I have a headache, sometimes it gets really bad. It goes right down to my chest and my stomach, and then next thing I know, I'm throwing up. I don't know why. I think it's because I have too much sugar. Maybe I have a sugar rush. I don't know. Because I asked my physical therapist about that, and they're saying like, oh, it could be something in your neck. so I might have neck problems. I don't know, but I'm getting that work done, so to get back in shape. So I'm old. What do you want me to do? I got some neck problems. I got shoulder and back problems. My left shoulder is kind of coming back to bite me because I got hit by a car way back in like 1993, and when I like go like this, it hurts a little bit. And I hear a click. Like almost 30 years later. So when I go like this, it's good now. But when I go like this sometimes, or I do it like this, I feel a little clicking sound. So my physical therapist said that it could be because the bones are compensating for the injury. I'm like, how could that be? 30 years ago, 30 years later, now the bones and the muscles are compensating for this. I'm like, what? But you're the doc. You know, like Marty McFly said, you're the doc. Marty! Good Scott! No. You mean to tell me you built a time machine out of the DeLorean? Precisely. Oh, Doc, this is heavy. What do you mean heavy? What's so wrong with 1985? Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull? Why is everything so heavy? You mean to tell me that my mother has the hots for me? McFly! Okay, I'm not gonna go into everything about Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. Even though I know the lines almost by heart from in Back to the Future 1. And a little bit of 2. 3, I don't really know a lot of not all the lines perfectly, but I do know this. About about some of the trolls. They're assholes! He's an asshole! Yeah, you gotta love Back to the Future. You do. I mean, I saw the video, the reunion with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. I freaking cried. So, man, looking at Michael J. Fox, he's 61 years old now. He's got Parkinson's disease. He's still battling it, but he's looking great, even though he did an interview saying that he fell, he broke his elbow, he broke his wrist. He needs help walking sometimes. And people are like, oh, Parkinson's is like, getting worse for him, but it's not the case. He's just getting older. It is what it is. And then Christopher Lloyd's like in his 80s now. It still looks damn good. And they're thinking about doing a Back to the Future reboot. Please, for the love of God, no. That's one movie from the 80s, besides The Breakfast Club, that you do not touch. Do not touch those two movies. I don't care if you want to do a readaptation or reboot or whatever you want to do. 30th anniversary, 40th anniversary, don't do it. Because if you do it, it's going to suck. Even if Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd are in the movie as a cameo, like we get a new version of Marty McFly and a new Doc, and then they go back to like 1985. I mean, the movie's like, I don't know, like 30 years later, they're like 2022. They go back to like 1985. They see like new Marty and new Doc go back to 1985 to revisit what happened, the events of 1985 or 2015 or whatever it is. It would just like be weird. Just don't do it. And The Breakfast Club you can't touch either. That's a classic. Like The Goonies. I don't know why they made a sequel to that. Yeah, there is a Goonies 2. It's not as good as Goonies 1, because Goonies 1 is good enough. That's what I did there. The Lost Boys, I hope they never do a reboot of The Lost Boys. That's a cult classic. That's the very first vampire movie that I actually liked. Not Interview with the Vampire, the original with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. That's pretty damn good, but not as good as The Lost Boys. Or even Blade. Blade's just a ripoff of Spawn, be honest with you. Yeah, anybody sees? Have you seen? Have you guys seen Spawn, the movie? It is. I don't even like it. I like the comic, but the movie itself was not even that good. Then the only actual thing I did like about Spawn is the Marilyn Manson song that came out of it. Long Hard Road Out of Hell. Great song. You know, that's when Manson was good before all this sexual shit that is going on with him. Well, what are you gonna do? Manson's crazy in the head as it is. Mr. Manson. You can't call him Marilyn Manson no more. You gotta call him Mr. Manson now. And it is what it is. We move on. Alright, I'm talking too much about that crap. Alright. Let's finish this up. Alright, but I hope, like I said, I hope you feel better. And I feel a little bit better. I have a little slight headache right now, but I'll be fine. Hopefully. Anyway, I prefer NFL than baseball. Yeah, I know, you're a Saints fan. And your Saints ain't doing good this year either. Anyway, I think the Bills win the Super Bowl. They are on fire. Wonder where OBJ goes. The Niners. He's nearly fit again. Interesting. Think he free agent unless he at the Rams. Well, he's still kind of with the Rams. But there's a lot of talk that I know we're not going to the review right now, but that's okay. It's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. You don't like it? Get the fuck off my channel. Bitches, but you're gonna stay because you like to fiddle around with your balls and jerk off to me every single time I do a video. And you know who's doing it. I don't have to say names, I just know. But it is what it is. That guy's irrelevant as it is. But I digress. Because we're moving on from that crap. Focusing on the here and now. And getting better, because that's what I'm doing right now. Getting better. Going to physical therapy to get in shape. Getting right with the Lord Jesus Christ. And no, I'm not saying I'm finding Jesus or anything. I'm just getting right with God and everything to fix me and everything. And I'm going to anger management. Got a new psychiatrist. I got new medication that's doing pretty well, even though it's making me sleep a lot. But making me really tired. So I mean, it's a normal dosage, but I gotta get used to it. But I'm doing all that to try to get better and fix myself. I know I've done a lot of shit over the last 13 years on this godforsaken website. People want me to leave. I'm not leaving. I don't care how bad you want me to leave social media and the internet. I'm not leaving. I'm not gonna listen to you. You don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me now. Great song, by the way. You don't tell me what to do. Are you my dad? Are you my boss? No. You're just schmucks on YouTube that need fucking lives. You're like in your 20s or 30s or even in your 50s talking about me. Why? Because you got nothing else to talk about on your dead channels? I guess so. And bringing up the same fucking shit. It's the same fucking shit. You know? The same thing. People talk about that whole Maps tweet that I made, which I proved was fake from the very beginning. And then another troll, that I don't talk to anymore. We kind of separated. He hates me, still hates my guts, but we're going our separate ways. I don't want to deal with him anymore. He actually told me in a comment on his last video that he actually did that the tweet was supposedly, allegedly, is fake from a fake account. So it's a fake Peter Gilmore account. So if you think that I made that tweet, then you gotta have actual proof of that. It's not even on my page. So I look back at all my tweets from 2020, it's not even there. And I never deleted it. So there you go. Don't support pedophilia. I'm not a pedophile at all. No matter how we want to spin your narrative, that I admitted to it. I did this thing. I have pedophilia tendencies, which I don't. The whole thing is done and over with. But if you still want to talk about it next year, going into next year and 2024, then you fucking people need lives. Seriously. Like, seriously, you need lives. Get over it. Get into 2022. Get into 2023 pretty soon. Stop. Just get over it. I know I'm not perfect and I put people in freaking harm's way, and I'm sorry about that. I'm really, definitely, really sorry for it. It's not an apology video, by the way. I'm just reiterating. I put people in harm's way. You know, I went back on my word a few times, but I'm only human of flesh and blood. But I can bet your bottom dollar that in the next few months I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna focus on my life, not this garbage-filled website. But I'm still gonna be doing YouTube, but just focusing on my videos and not losers on YouTube that basically have no lives and they have dead channels. So, but if you don't want to believe me, don't believe me. He's like, oh, leopards never change their spots. Oh, by the way, that's not from the UK. That's actually from the Old Testament. So, you got proof on. So that's all I gotta say about that. But leopards can change their spots. People can and deserve second chances. I've had so many, but I can bet you that I will be a changed man by this time next year. As long as I stick with the program and don't fall back. So that's been my problem for the past few years. That I say I'm going to do something, and I don't stick to it. I go off the path. And I go right back to the same fucking shit. So I will agree with some of the trolls. Like, yeah, you know, I go back on my word a lot. But it is what it is. I'm only human. But then these trolls are hypocrites because, like, oh, I'm moving on from Peter. I'm doing this and that. Then next thing you know, they're doing 6,000 videos about me. Do I do videos about them? No. I don't need to. I don't need to unless I have to reiterate something or prove these people wrong. But I really don't need to. But so I'm not doing that anymore. Because I could care less what anybody says about me anymore. Go your own way. I'm going to go my own way. Now, these people that I hurt, you know, can't give me the benefit of the doubt. I know they're not. I know they'll never forgive me because what I did to them and everything. But in any case, you know, if they had a heart, then they would allow me to get the help that I need. And then if it happens, it happens. If I change, I change. If I don't, and I'm doing the same thing this time next year, then yeah, then I can't change for the better. I'll be 46. I'm still doing the fucking same shit. But I'm going to try my best to stick to the plan and focus on my health, my life, the woman, of course, my family, the friends I still have in real life. And yeah, I still have real life friends that I hang out with. I hung out with some of them tonight. That's why I'm doing this video so late, because I didn't get into my house until like 12:45, officially 12:45 a.m. So I was busy doing real life shit. But I mean, it is what it is. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. But I'm gonna get better, and by this time next year, hopefully you guys see a change. You don't have to give me, you know, I'm not gonna ask for your forgiveness or anything, but just give me at least a chance to prove myself. And I've done that for a while. I've actually just like, I'm going to prove myself this and that, and I don't do it. But this time, I'm actually going to mean it. Because it's just gone on for too long. I'm going to be 46. I think it's time to shut the door on this situation and go forward. Go into the future. The future, Conan? No. But it's time for me to act like a man and stop acting like an asshole. I'll admit I'm an asshole, but I'm an honest asshole. I'm a sexy asshole too. That didn't sound right, but okay. But yeah, so I'm gonna do all that. And if these people can't actually see that I'm trying to make a change, and I'm I'm still gonna go be off the wall and bonkers on my videos, and that's just me, but that's just my style. But if you don't have to watch me, if I say off the wall things, then just let me do it because I'm trying to entertain people the best I can. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna go into any more of that. I'm just gonna focus on the end of this year, getting through it, getting through the holidays, my birthday, getting to 2023, and focusing on 2023. And what I'm gonna do in 2023, some of the goals that I actually want to try to achieve. And we'll see what happens with that. No New Year's resolutions and shit like that, because I don't believe in that shit. Because I used to do that back in the day. I used to do videos like, hey, here's my resolution. I'm going to do this and this and this. And then nothing. I do nothing. None of that comes true at the end of the year. But, yeah. All right. Enough about that. Let's get back. Yeah, going back to OBJ. Yeah, he's going to the Niners. I think he's going to the Niners. For who? Probably another 5th round pick. Like how they got Christian McCaffrey in a trade. They got him for a 5th round pick, which is basically a meaningless pick. But for OBJ, it might cost us maybe a 1st or 2nd round pick that we could probably use next year, but we'll see. But I would love for him to come to the Niners. But we'll see. I saw someone live streaming Crown Jewel at 10 a.m. this morning, USA time. Is that California, Pete? No, 10 a.m. What was that the pre-show or was that the main show? Was the pre-show started at 11 New York time? That's Eastern time. So that would have been 8 o'clock California time. But it was 10 o'clock, then it had to be in the Central time zone. Yeah, I think well, the pre-show would have started at 10 o'clock, Central time. So, whoever did that had a long freaking stream, huh? 10 o'clock your time, and the pay-per-view ended at, what, almost 4 o'clock this afternoon? 11, 12, 1, 2, about 2, 3 o'clock. Your live stream ended? Unlike certain other people who did 3 separate videos of this, just talk about the pay-per-view. 3 separate videos. Why? Can't do one full video? That's what they call clout. Or just up their view count. 3 separate videos. 4,000 hits. We'll figure that one out. Not the original one's like 15, 16,000, but whoop the goddamn do on that. But 3 separate videos. I don't know about that. But it was on at 4 p.m. for me. Well, yeah, because you live in the UK, dude. 11 o'clock here in the Northeast, 4 o'clock your time. But what are you going to do? It's from Saudi Arabia, which is like 8 hours away from here. What, you want them to do it live? They did it live, but you want to do it live at night, which is going to be like 4 o'clock in the morning there? What's this, Japan? It is what it is. But speaking of Japan, Battle Autumn last night was pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I think FTR retained the IWGP Tag Team belts. A lot of people want them to be in the World Tag League, which is coming up, I think, this week or next week. I'm like, yeah, put them in. Put FTR in the World Tag League, see what they can do. But I don't know if they're going to do it. It depends on what Tony Khan does. I mean, they're in a fatal... I think it's a fatal... I think it's a fatal 4-way for the tag belts this week. I think. I forget. So I mean, we have to see what happens with the tag team belts. But if FTR don't win, then they're probably going to go to Japan and be in the World Tag League for about a week or two. So we probably won't see FTR until probably Final Battle when they defend the Ring of Honor tag team belts against who? I don't know. But we'll see what happens to that. Charlotte Flair faces Bianca. She's coming back soon. Yeah, probably at the Royal Rumble. Or maybe at WrestleMania. Charlotte, new champ. It's coming. That's what she said. Yeah. Anyway. You guys talk about Sasha Banks, Naomi, WWE intro. Your show, up to you. Yeah, Sasha, possibly coming back. We don't know if she is yet. I mean, Survivor Series is in Boston. And where's she from? Boston. But there's a snag about how Hunter and Creative are gonna bring her back, and I don't know about Naomi right now. So, but I think they did mention her. But it is what it is. Our clocks are different, Pete. I live in the UK. End of October, our time. You turn the clock back. Okay. Should do it at the same time. UK, USA, stupid, isn't it? Well, Daylight Savings Time and Daylight Standard Time, when we swing ahead, go up 1 hour from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I think it's really stupid. I think that we should just have Daylight Standard Time all the time. And they were proposing that so the sun doesn't go down, all the time, like at 5 o'clock at night, because, you go to work and at 9 o'clock in the morning, you get out at 5, it's dark. Some people want to get out at 5. They want to see the sun still up. They don't want to go home in the dark. But then again, I don't think that'll never probably happen. That Daylight Savings Time ends for good, because that kind of is going to mess up like reality and biology, whatever it is. It's going to mess up the Earth's gravitational pull or something like that. It's just not going to happen. As much as we wanted to. But yeah, I agree that Daylight Savings Time and Daylight Standard Time should be universal at the same exact date. First Sunday in November and the first Sunday in March. For everybody. Even Japan. But we move on. Did you see that Drew had the flu this week and still wrestled? How do you do that? Amazing. I didn't even know that. But, big ups to Drew for pulling through and delivering a cage match with Killer Cross. Not even a great cage match. And the way it ended was just... But at least he won, finally. And let's get into it. Let's get into your Crown Jewel review. And that's pretty much it. So... let's move on. All right, so we were live earlier this morning or this afternoon from the park. What park was this? I can't even pronounce this. Mirsul Park in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the land of wealth, the blood money country of the world. And our commentary team, which I thought was going to be Mitchell Cole and Corey Graves, but Corey Graves was not even there. But instead of Corey Graves, we had bad news, Wade Bennett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. I think Corey Graves has issues with Saudi Arabia, like everybody in the WWE does. They don't want to go there because of the strict rules they got, and it's just like a really bad place to go. Sami Zayn can't go, obviously, because he's Arab and he has issues. MVP has issues. That's why he wasn't there. Because he's an anti-Semite or something like that. Kevin Owens doesn't want to go for, I guess, obvious reasons. We didn't see a lot of people there, like Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler, Ronda. They the big names you thought would be there were not there because they have their own beliefs about going to Saudi Arabia. That's why I hate this 10-year deal that WWE made with Saudi Arabia. Now we got like basically 5 more years of this shit. Because we're about to hit year 5 come 2023. Because we started in 2018. So, what are you going to do? But, yeah, big ups to Drew McIntyre for pulling through for that match. The crowd was into the matches some, which was good, surprisingly. Yeah, but, you know, after the cage match, which basically the crowd was dead for, it started picking up, I think, in match number 6, which was the tag title match for the Usos and the Brawling Brutes. The crowd were basically dead, and then they picked up, because that match was pretty damn good, a banger. And then Bayley and Bianca was pretty damn brutal. The crowd was into that too. And then Roman and Logan Paul, the crowd was into it for a little bit too. But, you know, if you have a stinker match, like really what Braun Strowman and Omos had, that was a stinker of a match. The crowd was dead. And the cage match too. You can't put shit matches on a fucking card. You should put that in the beginning of the card. So the crowd hates it. Then your next match, which could be like a banger of a match, then the crowd starts waking up. Hey, we don't. What happened to the first match? We don't know. Yeah. Is it 10-year deal? I didn't know that. Oh God. Well, call me Peter first of all. Yeah, it's 10 years. Started off in 2018. They signed the deal in 2018 with Crown Jewel 1. I think first of all they had the Greatest Royal Rumble, then Super Showdown, then Crown Jewel, and then they did away with the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't know why, because it stunk. Super Showdown they don't even do anymore. Now it's just they go to Saudi Arabia. They have Crown Jewel, which is I guess going to be their November staple or early November staple. And then, well, the next Saudi Arabia show is going to be I believe in May, which is probably going to be the King and Queen of the Ring as one freaking event, which is good. So we don't have to wait till like February when they did last year with the Elimination Chamber, because that's going to be in what is the freaking Elimination Chamber? Montreal. So that's good. I really think that the WWE should go to Saudi Arabia twice a year. Be in the spring or the summer, right before SummerSlam. Don't do it in August. Go like in between, I would say May to July, depending on when SummerSlam is going to be, because sometimes it was in July, it's in early or in late August. So go between May and July, and then you have that time off. You have SummerSlam. You have a September pay-per-view, which is Extreme Rules. Then you have an October pay-per-view, and then really or just don't even do a pay-per-view in October. You go right into Crown Jewel 5 in November. So you have 2 pay-per-views a year in Saudi Arabia. Not 3, not 4. So I think that's overkill. 2 separate events. One in the summer, one in the fall. That's it. But that's not up to me. That's up to Hunter and Stephanie. Hi, Steph. But we'll see. But yeah, 10 years. 5 more years of this garbage. Like, I can bet you after this deal is done in 2028, I believe, they're going to re-up. Because the crowds in Saudi Arabia, they love the WWE. But really, Crown Jewel feels like a freaking glorified house show. I hate to say it, it is. Crown Jewel is a glorified house show. Just with like 40,000 people. But it is what it is. But Hopefully in 2028 they don't go back to Saudi Arabia anymore. But that's not up to me. Anyway, February Elimination Chamber, first pay-per-view in Canada since 2009. Yeah. And I bet you it's going to be headlined by Sami Zayn and against either Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns for the title, which we don't know if Roman's going to win that. I'd love Sami to win that, but it's not going to happen. Or Sami and Kevin Owens go after the tag team titles and beat the Usos. Because I think that's what's going to happen. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to reunite because the Sami Zayn saga's it's going to have to end sometime. And the Bloodline storyline is going to have to end. You can't go another year with Roman. I would love that, but, you know, eventually good things come to an end. And I think Roman's over 2 year reign as champ, getting close, it probably will not get close to 3, but probably 2, maybe 2.5 year reign as champ is going to end, and I don't think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. I think it's going to be Bray Wyatt. It's not going to be Killer Cross. It's not going to be Braun Strowman. It's not going to be Drew McIntyre. I think the top 2 names that you can put to beat Roman right now is Cody Rhodes, which I don't want because his rehab is just not going anywhere. It's just, he's even said it himself in an interview that it's been awful, his rehab. So I don't think he's coming back at the Royal Rumble. But then again, you know, it's November the 6th right now, and we got 2 months to go. So we'll see. That's a big gap. So maybe the rehab will progress faster and he gets better, and then we'll see Cody Rhodes probably before the Royal Rumble, and he announces that, like, oh, I'm gonna either can't think of the word. Either enter the Royal Rumble, announce that he's entering the Royal Rumble, he wins the Royal Rumble, then goes on to WrestleMania if they don't do Roman versus The Rock, which we all know The Rock is going to get his butt kicked. Because Roman's going to definitely go over. Because really, do you want to see The Rock win the Universal title? Or the Undisputed title? No, I wouldn't. I hated when he beat CM Punk at the Royal Rumble when Punk was red hot. 432 days and he loses to a schmuck like The Rock. He should have lost at WrestleMania, to be honest with you. Not to The Rock. He should have lost to Jericho or lost to The Undertaker. Not the fucking Rock. Or Cena, even. Should have held that for at least another couple months. He could have, I think he would have stopped at 450 and maybe 460, not 432, which was destroyed by Brock. We all know that because he held it for over 500 days, but that was destroyed by freaking Roman, who's at right now 790. What did he say? I think on the pay-per-view they said 797 days as Universal Champ. I think right now it's 798 because it's really close to 800. But overall, it's over 1,000. But they're not gonna recognize Roman as a 1,000 day champ until he hits that, which ain't gonna be for at least till probably around WrestleMania or after WrestleMania. But I don't think they're gonna do like on Raw. They're gonna maybe Raw. They do 800 days as Universal Champ. But yeah, well, what about the WWE title he's held for over 200 and some odd days? Combined, please. Then they would actually acknowledge Roman as the greatest champion of all. The greatest champion of the modern era. Combined over 1,000 days. Just amazing how Roman is just the face of wrestling right now. He's a tribal chief. We have to acknowledge him. And if you don't, then fuck you. It is what it is. Okay, where are we? I don't know where we are. Okay. Alright, let me get to the review and let's save the rest of the comments. But you can still send me comments. Anybody who's watching or just realize what Raul, you just want to keep talking to me, but that's fine. Alright, let's get to this right now. Alright, so Michael Cole and Wade Barrett at ringside for the pay-per-view. So we start off with the pyro. We had a lot of pyro for the show. Because you know how they gotta go big. But they had a lot of pyro to open the show. I'm like, wait, Cody Rhodes just come back and he asked for more pyro than Roman gets? Come on now. Come on! So we get that. So we open the show. Well, before we get the pyro, we open the show with Titus O'Neil in catering. No, he was in catering. But Titus O'Neil talks about how this is the countdown to the impossible, meaning freaking Logan Paul. The idea was tied into Logan Paul needing to hit that one lucky shot to beat Roman and end his 2+ year reign as champ, which is basically the entire build to this fucking match. So we get that. Not that we needed Titus O'Neil. Maybe they should have had Titus O'Neil in catering, cooking a big juicy mean steak, and then you have Dana Brooke on the side. It's like, oh, we're gonna make cookies. Fucking idiots. Anyway, all right. So we get that. Then the pyro goes off. Then we start off with our first official match of the night. We start off with big beefy men slapping meat. We had the almighty Bobby Lashley taking on Brock Lesnar. This was a pretty good match. Bad ending. And very quick, too. How long this match lasted? 6 minutes. I don't understand the 6 minutes. It could have went maybe at most 10, 12 minutes. But 6-minute match. And the ending was horrible, but in between it was pretty damn good. So it's also with Lashley going after Brock on the floor right before the bell. Takes out Brock's leg, and he was working on that for most of the match. Then he finally go in the ring to officially start the match. Lashley hits a spear to drop Lesnar, which then sends and that spear sends Lesnar to the barricade. Actually, well, they go inside, he hit a spear on the outside, I guess, on the leg. Then hits another spear on the inside. Then another spear, almost like 2 or 3 spears. But the third one, he sends him to the barricade on the floor. Yeah, what's the third one? And then a fourth one, damn, gives Lashley a near fall inside the ring. And we're like a minute into the match, and Lashley's beating the fuck out of Brock. And so we get that. Goes for the Hurt Lock and gets countered into a German suplex, and then the F5 for a near fall. So really quick finishers for the first like 2-3 minutes of the match. So Lashley knocks Brock outside again, and Brock's knee still bothering him. And then Lashley sends Brock into the ring post. Ow! Then a spine buster inside the ring, and the fans are not pleased with Lashley. So I guess he was playing the heel, obviously. So Lashley grabs the Hurt Lock and has it locked in. And he's really like wrenching on the neck of Brock. Brock's starting to fade. And then he starts powering back up. And then the referee's like, Brock, do you give up? And Lesnar's like, shut the fuck up! I was like, damn. So Lesnar kicks off the buckle, takes it to the mat, and does a WrestleMania 8 pin. But looking back at the match, Lashley's freaking shoulder was up. So Brock wins as Lashley had the Hurt Lock locked in. Brock tried to, get out of it somehow. And he won the match even inside the Hurt Lock. And the fans were not pleased with that. I mean, they were happy Brock won, but everybody watching at home, like me and everybody else, were like, what? That ended like that? I was hoping Brock would win, like, better than that. Like really, like, give, like, Lashley, like, 16 F5s or something like that. But in any event, Brock gets the win in 6 minutes. Match was like this. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Could have been way better, but this feud is going to last into Survivor Series, well, past Survivor Series, going into the Royal Rumble. I think both men will be in the Rumble, cancel each other out, and then they'll probably qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. They won't win that, and then it'll culminate at WrestleMania 39 in SoFi Stadium in California, and we'll see who actually wins this whole shindig feud. I think it's going to be Brock, but then again, who knows? So, 3 out of 5 stars for that, and we'll move on. After the match, Lashley, who was pissed because he lost, puts on the Hurt Lock again, and then really just puts Brock out. So Lashley is not a happy camper. Like the last time he was in Saudi Arabia, he got his butt kicked, and then he got all pissy. So maybe next time don't go to Saudi Arabia. I guess, I don't know. Look at that. All right, match number 2 for the women's tag team titles. We had Alexa Bliss, the beautiful Alexa Bliss, and her tag team partner, Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka except Batik. I mean, what do you want me to do? I love Asuka. I love Io. I love Japanese chicks. What do you want me to do? Come on now. I just have a thing for Asian chicks. I know I'm married to somebody that's not Asian, but because she's Mexican. But you know, I like Japanese wrestling. I like Japanese women's wrestling. What do you want me to do? They're very attractive. Not that I want them. I mean, I do, but you know, it's never gonna happen. But it's like I want freaking other people. Like, I'm not gonna say her name, but we know who she is. I want her, but in reality, I'll never get her. Not that I'm simping for her. I'm just a good friend. That's all. But we'll move on from that. All right, so we have Asuka and Alexa Bliss taking on Damage Control of Dakota Kai and the lovely Io Sky. And their fit was... All 4 women looked great. Bayley was at ringside. Well, actually, Bayley was not at ringside. I don't know why. I guess, getting ready for her women's last woman standing match. But anyway, this match was pretty decent. It starts off with... Actually, before the match, Alexa and Asuka talk about how they know they're gonna win. Then the Wyatt 6 symbol pops up to scare Alexa a little bit. Foreshadowing, maybe? Because if you notice that on Friday night when they showed that woman in that promo that messed up Bray Wyatt's promo, a lot of people saying, who's this woman? People think it's Nikki Cross, not Nikki. Think it's Liv Morgan, possibly. And now people thinking it's going to be Alexa Bliss. So if this scared her, there's a possibility that there could be a reunion with Uncle Howdy, who is probably going to be played with Bo Dallas. But then people saying, oh, it's Bray Wyatt playing a different character. I think it might, because if you hear his voice, it kind of does sound like Bray Wyatt. Then again, who knows? Anyway, so that scares Alexa a little bit. So then we start the match with Alexa and Dakota. They lock up. Dakota works on the arm. Then a quick trip puts Dakota down. So she tries to trip Alexa, but Alexa stands on her back. Anyway, so Io comes in, gets knocked down by Asuka. I hate when they have to fight. Damn. But Io slips out of a double suplex. Then we get stereo sexy hip attacks by both Asuka and Lexi. Puts the former champs on the floor. They come right back in to take out Asuka's bad injured knee. Then we get some shots to the knee, which keeps Asuka in trouble for a little while. But she comes back to hit a bulldog clothesline combo. Gets the hot tag to Alexa, who cleans house, including a tornado DDT and a beautiful code red, for a near fall on Io. And then Dakota Kai and Io try for a double superplex on Lexi, but Asuka breaks that up. And we get a missile drop kicks Dakota for a near fall. But Dakota comes back, kicks Lexi down for a near fall of her own, and then starts going berserk, which allows Lexi to drop her. Then Lexi goes up top, tries for a twisted bliss, but Dakota got the knees up, and then Io goes for her beautiful over the rainbow Asai moonsault, which misses Asuka completely. Ouch. On the outside, I should say, not the inside. Outside. To go back in, we get the Lexi DDT, planted Dakota in the down. Then Lexi goes up top. Looks like she's going for Twisted Bliss again, but the referee is distracted with Asuka and Io fighting it out and like tussling and shit. And then Nikki Cross comes out and takes out Lexi, knocking her off the top rope. And Dakota Kai's like, huh? She's all confused, but she goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. We have new women's tag team champions once again for the third time. Dakota Kai and the lovely Io Sky get the titles right back 4 days after they lost them. And the match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And after the match, they're hugging and everything is right in the world. I guess. But it is what it is. It made me happy. I'm like, yeah, they should have just never lost the belts. It is what it is. But I think we're going to see a rematch on Raw, and I really don't want to see it. Let them do something else. A lot of people were saying that Lexi was going to turn on Asuka. That could possibly happen. Not now. I think it might happen at the Survivor Series and the Women's War Games match. So I think it's going to be Damage Control. Either in a 4-on-4 War Games with Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae, and Asuka and Lexi. Unless they add a fifth person on each side. I don't know who. Maybe Rhea Ripley and maybe Raquel Gonzalez. They do a 5-on-5, but I think it's going to be a 4-on-4, and we'll see what happens with that. Then I can see Lexi turning on Asuka and costing them the Bianca team the match. So I think Damage Control will win War Games, but we'll see what happens with that. All right, then we see the Paul brothers, Douchebag 1 and Douchebag 2, arrive. Or as I call them, Snorlax and Jigglypuff. Because they bore the fuck out of me. They put me to sleep. But I digress. So we see them arrive to the building, or the park, whatever you want, stadium, whatever. So we get that. Didn't care. Alright, after that we get a recap of Drew McIntyre and Killer Kross. What led up to this feud and what's leading up to this cage match coming up next. Drew is tired of Scarlett costing him the last couple of matches. Especially at Clash at the Castle. Actually, not Clash at the Castle, but on SmackDown. And then at Extreme Rules, with the mace to the face and everything. So he showed that. Now they're in a cage, and now Scarlett really can't do anything. Or so we thought. So we move on from there. So after that, we go to the match. The cage lowers and everything. So Scarlett comes out. They do the entrance, but they don't, Obviously, I think they did it in the ring and then Scarlett went outside. Still an epic entrance. What do you want to do? She looked great, obviously, as well, too. So we get that. So it starts out with Kross goes to the throat of Drew to start. They both go to the top rope. McIntyre gets crotched. Nuts! Then some rams into the cage, knock Drew silly, and it's time to start yelling at Kross in the corner. Like, you son of a bitch! Actually, Kross did that, I'm sorry. So Drew gets pissy, comes back with a clothesline into an overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and then Kross gets sent into the cage Then a Michinoku driver for a near fall. Then they go up top. Drew gets Cross again, but this time he didn't get hurt enough so Cross can come back. But Drew is fine enough to lift himself up for a head and arm like Taz superplex. So he hits that. That was pretty nice. Loads up for the Claymore, but Killer Kross cuts it off with a running knee to face. He grabs the Cross jacket. Then he hits the Doomsday Saito suplex, but he misses the Cross hammer, the elbow to the back of the head. Drew comes back with a quick Future Shock DDT, and then Scarlett kind of gets on the cage and offers a distraction so Drew can't escape or even get the pinfall. So then Cross gets up, hits the Cross hammer. He goes up, tries to escape the cage, but then he gets superplexed back down for a big-time crash, which is pretty nice. Then Drew tries to go out the door, and Scarlett once again with the mace to the face. Yeah, that rhymes. Maces Drew in the face. This time he didn't get blinded, I think. He was like, oh! But Cross still can't get out of the cage. Then Drew locks Cross in the ankle lock inside, hits him with the Glasgow Kiss headbutt, tries to go out the door, but Scarlett locks the cage, takes the key, probably puts it down her. Well, you didn't see her boobs or anything. She probably put it like this, with jacket, stuff like that, whatever it was. So she locked the door and took the key. So Drew's like, okay, I'll just climb the cage. So McIntyre starts climbing, gets to the floor. So Scarlett's little trickery backfired on her. Drew gets the win by escape. 13-minute match as Cross got out of the cage a little 1 second late. So Drew wins the race and he gets out of the cage first, and he finally beats Killer Kross. Match itself was okay. Gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we move on from there. So Drew finally gets the monkey off his back. But where does he go from here? Don't know. And where Kross goes, I don't know. Alright, after that we have the Bloodline. Put your ones up, because they're the ones, and you're number 2. So the Bloodline arrives with Roman, of course. And Roman's not going to talk about the idea of one lucky punch by Logan Paul. And my name is Paul Heyman starts mocking that. It's like, oh, he ain't going to knock you out there, my tribal chief. Even with Shawn Michaels coaching Logan Paul about trying to get the opening. You see an opening, knock him out. And Roman's like, oh, I'm not going to let that happen. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 4. We had 6-man tag team action. We had the Judgment Day of Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Guerrero. He's Guerrero. Dominic Mysterio was really Dominic Guerrero, right, Eddie? That's right, Nessie. He's my son, Nessie. Why is he in Saudi Arabia? Why you couldn't stay in Mexico and eat tacos with me? I don't know, but you're dead, Eddie. Ah, damn it! Pendejo. Anyway, so we got Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic with Rhea Ripley, who was looking pretty damn fine. They come out, and they take on the original Bullet Club, or the OC, of the phenomenal AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl the Machine Gun Anderson. The man who Michael Cole botched and said he is the Open Neverweight champion. Damn it, Cole! You fucking mark. So yeah, Hikuyo faced I think Yujiro Takahashi for the vacant never openweight belt, and he won. Obviously, he was gonna win because Carl Anderson couldn't defend the belt because he can't be in 2 places at the same time, even with the time zone difference. But so they had to really vacate the belt, even though he never really vacated the belt. Mr. Obara said, "Hey, Kukurio, Yujiro Takahashi, you guys fight. Winner get title. Then we have sushi." No, inside. So we get that, and we'll move on. All right. So we have the 6-man tag, and it was okay. It was okay, not great. Starts with Balor sending Carl Anderson into the corner, gets kicked in the ribs. Ow! For his little effort. Damian Priest comes in, gets face to face with the big man Luke Gallows, who beats the crap out of him with shots to the face in the corner. Then AJ comes in, so some quick tags from the OC. But AJ gets stomped down by Damian. And then Dominic he didn't want to come in at first. He's like, okay, now I'm going to come in. And that's fine with AJ, who plants it with a picture-perfect backbreaker. So the OC are now back in control. Finn Balor gets dragged in as all 6 men are in the ring. Damian Priest super kicks Carl Anderson on the floor. Go back in. Carl Anderson gets beaten down, including a backbreaker leg drop combo for a near fall. That was pretty nice. Carl Anderson fights out of a double arm crank. Tries to get the tag, but can't get over there. Then a jumping neckbreaker gets him out of trouble. Tries to get the hot tag to AJ, but Balor pulls AJ to the floor. Smart. And then eventually Anderson is able to bring in Luke Gallows for a little bit. He claims house. A pump handle slam drops Dominic. Goes for the cover. Damian Priest breaks up the Magic Killer, not the pin. And goes for the Magic Killer. That gets broken up. And then AJ and Finn come in, and they beat the crap out of each other, and everybody is going completely berserk. Former Bullet Club members going at it. I almost marked out. But they slug it out. Styles has to stop for a face plant on Damian Priest, who was trying to come in. He goes for the cat crusher, is counted into a figure 4. Woo! By the Nature Boy. But Carl Anderson it gets counted to a figure 4 by, I believe it was Damian Priest, I think, or Balor. Anderson makes the save on AJ. And then all 6 men are in the ring again. Then we get a whole bunch of secondary finishers or signature moves until Balor hits Nightmare on Helm Street, or the Vertebreaker, whatever you want to call it. I mean, Homicide's Gringo Killer. So he hits that on AJ for a near fall. And then everybody goes up top. AJ superplexes Finn Balor, as Gallows and Priest hit stereo electric chairs. That was pretty nice. All 6 men are down. The fans are kind of getting into the match. Then Styles goes up top, but as always, Rhea Ripley, who is at ringside, breaks up the phenomenal forearm, and then Michael Cole, probably with a line of the night, says, "Somebody's gotta kick her ass! Get her out of here! Somebody kick her ass!" I'm like, damn it, Cole! That's mean. Somebody should kick your ass there, Michael Cole, then I could take your job. But then again, I digress. So Rhea Ripley knocks AJ off the top with the knocks him off the ropes. Then Finn Balor goes up top. He's in prime position to hit the coup de grace. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. So Judgment Day continue to roll on and get the win in just under 14 minutes. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. That's it. Rhea Ripley is the main thorn in the side of the OC and Edge and Beth Phoenix, if you think about it. And we'll see what happens with that. A lot of people saying that at Survivor Series War Games, we're going to get a War Games match with the Judgment Day and Rhea Ripley, and possibly Rhea Ripley taking on the OC and Edge, and maybe Beth Phoenix. So it'll be AJ, Gallows and Anderson, Beth Phoenix, and Edge taking on, well, basically 4 people, and then unless they add somebody, which I don't know who, unless they just do away with Rhea Ripley and Edge. Well, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they have to do a 4-on-4 War Games or 5-on-5 somehow. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think the men's War Games match is going to be the Bloodline, Roman, Sammy, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa taking on whoever is going to face them and lose. Unless Roman's defending the title, then that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Alright, so 3 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get a recap of Braun Strowman and Omos. Omos, the big black diesel himself. Basically, battle of the big men, not even big beefy men slapping meat match. So we get to this match, no MVP, and this match stunk. It was just a horrible fucking match. I was waiting for it to be over. Eventually it does. Both men went at it, almost looking pretty, gangster with his look. It was pretty gangster. It was pretty good. But anyway, they go back and forth. In the end, they fight on the floor. Braun fights back, knocks Omos to the outside, goes for the Strowman Express that gets cut off. They go back in. Omos looks for the choke bomb. It gets blocked, which sets up the running power slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman gets the win in a match nobody gave 2 fucks about, and I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. It is what it was. It was what it was, if you think about it. That's it. Moving along. All right. Then we get to, I went 5 and 3 in my predictions, by the way. Not too shabby. Can't be perfect all the time. All right, so then we get to I believe this is match number 5. For the tag team titles, we have the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. Jay with his wrist all taped up, and he's going for an MRI on his wrist. He possibly has a broken wrist, which is not great. So he's going for an MRI Monday before, I don't know if he's going to be on Monday Night Raw. I doubt it, but then you never know. But definitely will be on SmackDown to face off against, well, I'll get to that in a minute. So the winner of this faces The New Day on SmackDown this Friday night. So the Usos take on the Brawling Brutes. It's fight day! Night. But it was day. Fight day, or fight night in Saudi Arabia. Of Rich Holland and our good friend, Pete Butch Dunne. Can we just call him Pete Dunne? I like saying Butch, but... Anyway. So it's also with Butch rolling up Jimmy for a very early near fall. And then the Usos are like, fuck this shit, I'm out. They just want to leave and lose by count out because they can save the belts. Butch dives off the apron on both of them. And then Jimmy hits Butch. And the camp's still taking over. We get the running Maga butt attack or the Rikishi splash in the corner. Or goes for it and he missed. And then Butch comes right back with a tornado DDT. And if you don't like me going like this, Butch, then don't watch it. Don't watch my fucking video. That's how I'm gonna say his name from now on. Butch. Botch. Bitch. Dutch. Whoosh. Whatever. Anyway. So, the running butt attack misses. Butch comes right back with a tornado DDT to drop Jimmy. And then Rich Holland comes in to clean house with a running corner clotheslines of Doom. Then the 10 forearms of Doom on Jay. Sheamus was probably loving that. So the Brutes stomp on Jimmy's arm on the steps like the Bloodline did to Sheamus to storyline injure him and get him out of there, even though the whole thing was Sheamus was going to get storyline injured, but he got married to a beautiful, attractive young lady. Lucky you, Sheamus. Fella! Using his shillelagh on where. Anyway. So that leaves Jay to get caught with a swinging side effect for a near fall. And then Butch goes up top, kind of head fakes Jay to avoid a super kick. He drops Jay, and then all 4 men in the ring, and a super kick to Pete fucking Dunne, or Butch. Looks to set up the Superfly Splash. But I think it was Jay. I think it was Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy goes off the top rope, gets pulled into the triangle choke, and then Butch bends the fingers back. Ugh. I hate when that happens. They do that. It makes me cringe. Pete Dunne must be takes after Marty Scurll when he breaks the fingers. Obviously. So anyway, Jimmy then makes the blind tag to Jay, then a super kick into the double superfly splash on Ridge Holland, about to retain the belts, but Butch comes in for the save, and then Jay's bad wrist is bent around, ow, and Ridge Holland hits white noise for a 2.99999999995 near fall. Then they send Jimmy over the barricade to take him out of the match for a little bit. And then a kick to the head of Jay into Northern Grit. They're about to win the belts, but Jimmy somehow dived in at 2.999999995. Comes in for the save. The fans like, oh, damn it. And then Ridge Holland gets sent outside. And then the Usos hit Butch with the 1D 1, 2, 3. They retain the unified tag team belts in 10.5 minutes. And they're just about to break the New Day's record as the longest reigning champions in history. If they can beat the New Day on Friday, they're definitely breaking the record. And I think they will. Because I really don't see the New Day winning on Friday. And I think they were going to lose at maybe... I don't think it's going to be the Royal Rumble. It might be, I think they're going to lose at WrestleMania to Sammy and Kevin. If not at the Montreal pay-per-view for Elimination Chamber. So it's going to be between February and April they're going to lose those belts. So officially they'll probably be around 500 days as unified tag team champions. And then the Sami Zayn saga will end, which will suck because he's so red hot right now. But eventually, Dean Jericho is going to reunite for the first time in many years, and they're gonna beat the Usos and become tag team champions and probably hold it for I don't know how long, but I think maybe a few months. And then, God forbid, we get generic Steen or Sami Zayn turning heel, and then we get Steen Generico part 9 million. And all those matches are bangers! Like this match was a banger! So, we'll see what happens with that, but we'll see. Alright, this match was pretty damn good. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Good shit. Good shit, and the Usos retain, and we'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown, which will probably be the main event for the Unified Tag Team titles. The New Day taking on the Usos, kind of reliving their feud from a few years ago, but Big E's not there, which sucks. But we'll see what happens with that, and we move on. Alright, match number 7 for the Raw Women's Championship in a last woman standing match. We had Bayley... Don't give me a hug. Takes on the champ, Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays her hair. It's not even her hair. She's Bianca Belair. I love saying that. Because it's just funny to say. Anyway. Alright, so the object of the match is just like a last man standing match. If you win the match, if your opponent cannot answer the 10 count, there you go. This match was great. Great match. I'm not hesitant to say that. This match was phenomenal. Even Mike. What? It was awesome, like you. I know. I'm awesome. I know. Hi. Bye. Okay. Oh, where you going? I gotta go. I gotta do something. Do some things. Okay. Go do them. But you're awesome too. I know. So are you, Gilmore. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Bye. Okay. Get out of here. 3:12 in the morning, he's freaking bothering me. And if you don't like my Mike Awesome impersonation, I think you have problems. But, See, I told you I'm going to be off the wall, and you don't like my videos, don't watch my videos. Just get over it and focus on yourself. And if not, then you need really mental help. You need shock therapy. I don't need shock therapy. I'm just doing my videos and having fun. If you can't have fun doing something that you like and you're passionate about, like me talking about wrestling and talking about music and whatever I want to talk about on this godforsaken website, then you should not be on YouTube. But wrestling is one of my passions. Music is my big passion. But I like wrestling a little bit more than music. And if I want to do impressions of Mike Awesome or, Mike Show Me in this series, yeah, dig it. Or Hulk Hogan brother, or the Nature Boy Ric Flair, or whatever I want to do impersonations of, and I'm not mocking the dead or anything like that, or even the living. But it is what it is. I'm just having fun. And if you don't like that, then don't watch my goddamn video. But you're going to watch anyway because you love how my dick tastes. Because it's just lodged in your mouth for the last 13 years. Or however many years you've been watching me. It's a proven fact. And it is what it is. Alright, so we start off the match with some slams by Bianca on Bayley. Puts her in trouble. But she grabs a kendo stick. She goes for a running swing and a miss. Kind of like the New York Yankees. So she swings and misses. Strike one. Or it's 2, 3, whatever. The stick falls to the floor. And then it lands on a barricade for some odd reason. I'm like, how did that happen? Kind of like how when there was Liv Morgan had the bat. And she tried to swing it at Ronda, and then Ronda hit Piper's Pit, and the bat hit the floor, then went right into the ring. That's some good old physics for you. Anyway, then a chair gets brought in, gets drop kicked right into Bayley's face. Ow. Then a ladder comes out. We got tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. Well, we didn't get the table yet. Anyway, a ladder gets slid inside. Bianca knocks Bayley to the outside again. She moves the steps around to the side of the ring, and then gets pulled down by her fake braid. Bayley then sits Bianca in a chair, hits a clothesline off the barricade, and we get our first count of the match, but Bianca easily gets up out of that before the 10 count. Then a table is pulled out, but Bianca fights out and suplexes Bayley on the ramp. Ow! And Bayley, landed really awkwardly, kind of maybe tweaked her ankle a little bit, because she kind of was limping a little bit after it. And it was kind of like maybe she was playing possum a little bit. Hits Bianca right in her face. Go back in the ring. Bayley gets in a chair shot to the back, only to have the chair thrown at her again for a big-time crash to the floor. Big-time crash. But Bayley is good enough to goes with the steps and hits Bianca and she takes the steps, pins Bianca behind the steps, inventive. Only have Bianca lift them up with her Super Cena strike and knocks Bayley down for an 8 count. Told you she's a female John Cena. Anyway, they fight up the ramp again. Bianca nearly breaks the candlestick over Bayley's back. Ouch. But Bayley comes with a surprise Bayley to belly on the ramp. And Bianca just gets up at the count of 9. So Bayley tries something else. Gets a little bit creative. Throws Bianca inside an anvil case. Like a production crate, whatever we want to call that. But Bianca fights out of that, obviously. But gets her hair caught in the case by mistake. Oh, ouch. Imagine that with a shot. She would have had her hair braid cut. She got a weave. No. Then rolls the case at Bayley. Goes for the KOD, gets counted into the crippler crossface. Somebody better call Benoit from hell. Gets locked in the crossface to put Bianca in a little bit of trouble. Bayley then goes off stage somewhere. She finds a golf cart. Somebody's been watching too much AEW tapes. I mean, why did the WWE have to try to one-up AEW with this? Why did they have to do this? I don't understand. They did that with us. I think it was Roman running over Kevin Owens back at, I think, Royal Rumble 2020. What was it? Royal Rumble 2021. I think it was Royal Rumble. You know, doing the whole thing with the Elite. Actually, it was Kenny and Matt Hardy running over Sammy Guevara the first time, or the second time, whatever it was. So she finds the golf cart, drives it at Bianca, and actually stops short before actually hitting her. Sammy Guevara is probably in his before he was banging his whore. I mean, Ty Conti, he probably was watching this and like, hey, why are you doing that? Anyway, Bianca kicks Bayley right in the face, puts her on top of the golf cart, and then starts driving down the ramp to ringside. That was kind of freaking sick. Bayley gets tossed off the top of the cart and onto the table, even though Bayley kind of overshot the table. That was a little bit scary. I am the table! Then a powerbomb through the table, and this time it broke. Gets a count of 9 as Bayley somehow used the table to prop herself up. Bianca then slams her on some of the chairs. Ow. Then a 450 splash gets nothing but chairs. Ow. Bayley starts hammering away on Bianca. Bianca comes right back with the KOD onto an open chair. As Bayley's knee landed really awkwardly and ouch. So both women are gonna feel it in the morning. They're probably feeling it right now. Then we get more creativity as Bianca puts Bayley in the ladder, slides it under the turnbuckle, so Bayley can't even get out or get to her feet. So Bianca wins the match as Bayley cannot answer the 10 count. So that pissed me off. I wanted Bayley to win the belt. So Damage Control has all the belts, but it is what it is. They're making Bianca look like the female John fucking Cena. God forbid she wins 16 titles. I think this is her second. Well, she won the SmackDown title. I think this is her second reign as Raw Women's Champion, I believe. So she's held it, what? I think 3 times now? I could be wrong. But anyway, Bianca gets the win in a little under 21 minutes. But this match was epic. 4.25 out of 5 stars. That's a little bit generous, a little bit overrating a little bit, but it's my show. I can do whatever rating I want. But this match was a banger of a match. But Bianca retains, and Bayley still can't beat. I think the last time Bayley beat Bianca was, I think, in 2021, before she got hurt. It is what it is. And we move on. Alright, then we get Bray Wyatt coming out with his epic theme. The crowd going nuts. So we get another creepy promo segment, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, this time, Bray talks about how he made a monster of himself and wore his mask with pride. We mean the Fiend mask. He found himself on an island of loneliness, not the island of relevancy, or the irrelevant island, that's what I like to call it, where the trolls live. As the monster destroyed him, he sat alone with no one to love him and nowhere to run. And then the fans are like, "We love you! We love you!" Anyway, Bray says no one loves him, but now he needs to write the ending to his story. Done. I think that was the end, right? Oh, no. So that happens, and then we get the glitches and stuff. And then we get, the White 6 logo appears. And then Uncle Howdy pops up on the screen. As Bray's voice was talking about why someone would wear a mask. So Uncle Howdy asked if the people would still love Bray if they knew the real Bray Wyatt, I guess. He says Bray will go too far and it will feel so good. So he tells Bray, don't take the mask off. And he tells Bray he's wrong. And that was basically it. So basically, Uncle Howdy's telling Bray, don't take the mask off. So be who you are, I guess, or embrace your relevancy, whatever that line was. That line was. So really creepy. This whole thing is getting creepier by the week, and I like it. So I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars. So we can only imagine what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw this Monday night, or possibly on Friday Night SmackDown. But I'm thinking Uncle Howdy. If it's not Bo Dallas, I think it's Bray Wyatt under that mask because it sounds like him. But then again, maybe Bo Dallas has a different voice or uses a voice changer. I don't know. But kind of liking where this is going, even though people think like Bray Wyatt's already getting ruined already. That's your opinion. And that's pretty much it. So like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars for that. All right, then we get a recap of the Logan Paul Roman Reigns feud, where Roman's been a monster for over 2 years now. And he says that Logan didn't get knocked out in a fight in another sport and has a lot of YouTube followers. Blah, 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 blah. So we get that. So we get the epic entrance of Roman, who comes up with, "My name is Paul Heyman." So, any mention of Paul would mean Logan Paul, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So he comes out, has like a 30-minute entrance. Then Logan Paul comes out with some weird freaking entrance that looked like ridiculous. But anyway, finally we get the match to start. Roman powers Logan into the corner. Logan wrestles Roman down a few times. So a little bit of mat wrestling. Interesting. And, I got to give Logan Paul credit. I hate the guy, but he's pretty damn good in that ring. The last two matches really opened my eyes. Like, this guy can actually wrestle. But this one, he pulled off some things I didn't think he could pull off. Like a buckshot lariat for a near fall. I mean, we saw that in the video package where he kind of flipped in the ring right next to around. I think it was like near Drew Gulak. He didn't hit him, obviously, but he flipped in the ring. I'm like, oh, he's definitely going to do a cowboy Adam Page move. But he's not going to do cowboy shit like Adam Page does. But he hit it pretty good. Not as great as Adam Page, though, but he hit that. I was like, holy shit. Hey, good for you, dude. But anyway, he goes for a spin where gets knocked out of midair. And Paul Heyman is right there with a big, "Come on, my tribal chief! Come on, you can do it! You can do it!" And then Roman puts on a 1905 chinlock for a little bit. Then a few corner clotheslines, really knocking the crap out of Logan Paul. Then a jumping clothesline gives Roman a near fall. Then he grabs a one-arm camel clutch. He didn't really fuck him in the ass to make him humble, But anyway, Logan fights back, hits a good ring suplex for a double down. Then a blockbuster gives Logan Paul a near fall. Then he hits his own version of the Superman punch, which looked like the flying jalapeno from Shawn Michaels before he kips up and all that shit. Then he hits a high cross body. Then a standing moonsault, pretty nice, for a near fall. And Heyman's like... And Logan Paul starts tuning up the band, like a la the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He loads it up, looks like sweet chin music is counted into a release rock bottom for a near fall. But The Rock is all pissed off about that. The Rock says, "Hey, why do you use my move? It doesn't matter why you used it." Anyway, then Roman looks to go for the Superman punch. It's countered with a shot to the ribs. Then a big right hand, followed by Logan Paul's own second Superman punch, which almost knocked Roman out. Even though people, on that video I played last night, when Roman's like, nobody knocked me out. And then people are like, oh, he got knocked out. He got knocked out. I'm like in comments going back and forth. These people's like, he may have got knocked out, but he kicked out at 2. And who won the match? Roman. So technically, he did not get knocked out. Logan Paul tried to get that one good shot, and he hit it, but Roman kicked out. So Roman didn't hit no bear rack. So anyway, so he hits that for a very near fall. They go to the outside. Logan puts Roman on the announcer's table. Then he talks to some friends in the front row. One of them gives him like a GoPro camera. He goes up top. He says, and he's like live on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, look at this!" Then he dives off the top rope with a macho man like elbow to the table, breaks the table, obviously, and then like we see the camera go. We get that. So that connects, and then the Usos come out, start beating up Logan Paul's friends. Good. And then Jake Paul comes out, takes out the Usos with a right hand of his own. And then Logan hits a frog splash, not like an Eddie Guerrero, they say. Frog splash. But he hits that for a near fall. And then Solo Sikoa comes out, goes after Jake Paul. And then Logan dives on both of the Usos on the outside. Goes back in. Bad idea, dude. As Roman was ready, able, willing, and able. He hits the Superman punch. And then the spear. Bing, bang, boom. Roman Reigns retains the titles in just under 25 minutes. Match itself was pretty decent. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And Roman Reigns, still your unified heavyweight champion. Still in God mode. Still your tribal chief. What are you going to say? He's the greatest of the modern era. And that's pretty much it. After the match, the Bloodline celebrates inside the ring. Then on the ramp, pyro's going off galore. And then Roman's like, "I don't want to see you ever again." But you know we're going to see him probably on Raw, probably on SmackDown. Probably coming out and say, "Hey, Roman, I knocked you out. You said you could, nobody could knock you out, but I knocked you out." And then Roman's like, "Yeah, but did you beat me?" "No." "Shut your mouth." But I don't think we're going to see Logan Paul ever again because he got badly injured during the match. He had some injuries. Oh, well. That's what happens when you face the tribal chief. You get your butt kicked. Probably has broken ribs. All his YouTube followers are probably freaking unsubbing from him right now. We're still doing. Who knows? Who cares? Both the Paul brothers got what they deserved, and that's an ass kicking. And that's all I gotta say about that from the tribal chief. And we'll move on. Alright, so that ends the pay-per-view. And pay-per-view wasn't that great. People giving it 8s and 9s. I'm like, what are you watching? But in any event, I gave the pay-per-view 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's all I gotta say about that. So that ends Crown Jewel 4. And now we're on the road. As of right now, we're under 3 weeks away from the Survivor Series, the last of the Big Four in Boston, Massachusetts, November the 26th on Peacock. And we're gonna have War Games for the men and the women. Might have some Survivor Series traditional matches, but we'll see what happens. This Monday night on Monday Night Raw, and that's pretty much it. All right, let's finish up with a couple of leftover comments from Real Rally Sport Rally. Okay. Massive gap. That's what she said. End November Survivor Series, then end of January the Royal Rumble. Yeah, 2 month gap. Unless they add something in between that, which I doubt they will do. But finally, we get a pay-per-view gap and a hype for more than a month, like we would do with WrestleMania. But now we got a 2 month gap from November 26th to January, I think, the 29th. So we'll see what they do. What happens on Raw and SmackDown on November the 28th, and then on the first Friday of December for Raw and SmackDown, and leading up to the Royal Rumble and everything. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, finally we got a good gap. It is what it is. That's what I said. KO, Sammy, new tag team champions beat the Usos. I want Kevin Owens to come back. Well, he's coming back. We just don't know when. I would probably think maybe for the Survivor Series. But we'll see what happens with that. If he's involved in the War Games match or just a match itself. Or maybe he'll be on Raw and SmackDown this coming up. But we'll see. But yeah, I want to see Kevin Owens come back too. Anyway, final comment of the night. Lots of people to return. Cody, Rick Boogs, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Sasha, Naomi. Yeah, a lot of people coming back. A lot of video packages for Seth Rollins. Cody had one. I think Charlotte had one. Becky. A lot of people. I forget most of them, but yeah, all of them are coming back. Rick Boogs is probably coming back. He's probably going to turn on Shinsuke. Pat McAfee's coming back, and probably at the first SmackDown of January. I believe that's the 6th. I think January. I think this is January 6th SmackDown. So Pat McAfee back. I don't know if it's going to be a 3-man team with Wade Barrett and Michael Cole, or Wade Barrett's going to go back to NXT. I don't know what's going to happen in January. We'll be going SmackDown and possibly NXT, but we'll see what happens with that. And when we get there, Cody's coming back probably at the Royal Rumble. Charlotte could come back at any time. Becky's probably coming back at WrestleMania. Sasha, we don't know yet. Maybe at Survivor Series because it's in her hometown. As far as Naomi goes, I may be coming back at the Survivor Series as well to go against Damage Control, but we'll see what happens with that when we get there. So it's going to be an interesting next 7 to 8 weeks of the rest of this year. What's going to happen at the Survivor Series with the build-up, and then the 2-month build till next year for the Royal Rumble 2023. So going to be some interesting times for the WWE, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. All right. Thanks to Will Rowley for coming in, as always. Good chat, as always. Thank you very much. And I'll probably talk to you on Monday Night Raw, or on Monday night, or maybe Tuesday sometime. We'll see what happens with that. And anybody else who watched, well, thank you for the free view. And that's pretty much it. So once again, 6.25 out of 10 stars for Crown Jewel 4. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Don't forget to, once again, hit that like button, stick it straight up the wazoo. Subscribe to this channel and my other channels, which are in the description box below. If you're real and not a freaking mark and a troll, hit me up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Maybe I'll friend you back, maybe I won't. Like I said, you have to be an actual real person and not a freaking fake account or a troll or whatever. You have to be real, because I'm not going to friend you back and I'm not going to follow you or whatever. And that's all I got to say about that. Also, hit that share button, share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to smash that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a video. And if you do, well, you're going to have to either unsubscribe or resubscribe or hit the bell again. And hopefully you get my videos. And if you're still not getting my videos, then you're going to have to search my name and my channels. And hopefully you find it. And that's pretty much it for that. And that's all I got to talk about for now. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I might be back tomorrow because I do want to rant on something that was brought to my attention by, guess who? Trap Queen. No, not pedophilia shit. She actually put up a post on Facebook that I actually looked at, and Susan, you fucking cunt. That's all I'm gonna rant about possibly tomorrow, or I might save it for another day. But Susan once again is fucking around with YouTube, and now if you notice the new look to YouTube, on your channel page you have home, shorts, videos, shorts, live, because live is not affiliated with videos now. I don't know why they did that. They have a shorts section. They just fucked up the channel page. They fucked up YouTube itself anyway. So that's all fucked up. So I'm gonna rant about that and how YouTube is just changing for the worse instead of for the better. But the good thing is, there's one good thing that she did, and that's give everybody community tabs. Even if you have 0 subs, some of you can get community tabs. Most of you still gotta wait till you get like 500 subs. But on all my channels, I have I think most of all my 5 channels, I got all community tabs, so I'm happy about that. So now I can tell you when a video's coming up, or I just put up a random community post. Sometimes I'll take it down because I just don't want it up there for a while. But it is what it is. But like, at least Susan's doing kind of one thing right. And let's give most of us that actually deserve it, instead of waiting like years to get 500 subs. They give you a community tab, but now you can get a community tab. I guess you have to be a random person, or you just get lucky like me, and you get a community tab. So I got it on Killer Demons, I got it on this channel, I got it on PG Rants, Metal God, and the Shadows Lair. So I think eventually going into more often, I'm going to do some more community posts here and there, and just typing up when I'm going to put the video up, or after the video I'll put up the link in my community tab. So if you can't find it on YouTube, you go to my channel and you go to my community tab, it's right there. So you don't have to look at videos. And I mean, they're making it so hard to look at old videos. Now it's just like current videos, and you have to like somehow go back to, like, if you have a video from like 6 years ago, you got to go all the way down the fucking channel page, which is retarded. Because now it's like videos, and then it's current videos, and then most popular, which I think is stupid. It's just another reason why this Susan needs to fucking go. But like I said, the only good thing she actually did was give most of us community tabs. Some of you people don't deserve it, but it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. So I might do a rant tomorrow, a really quick rant about that, and that's pretty much it. But thanks to Brittany Trap Queen for actually put me on to that. Because I'm the king of all ranters, and might as well just do a rant, because I hate Susan as it is, and end this fucking website, so why not do another YouTube rant? Because that's always legend. Wait for it. Legendary, and that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. Alright, everybody, I'm out of here. It's 3:40 in the morning officially, so I'm gonna get to bed. I got really nothing to do tomorrow besides watch the Jets, and really nothing else. There's no other really good games. Except for the Sunday night game, which is Tennessee and Kansas City. That should be a pretty good game. I might watch the 4 o'clock game. I don't know who's even playing. But we'll see what happens with that. So the Jets are on CBS. I don't know if there's going to be a 1 o'clock game on Fox, or they're just going to just go to the 4 o'clock game in a week, which I think is going to be Seattle. I think it's Seattle. No. I think it's the Rams and the Buccaneers. At least my book. Let me look at my book real quick. The Bible of all football talk. Let's see here. Week 9. Go to 4 o'clock game. Yeah, the Rams and Tampa Bay is going to be your game of the week on Fox. So I'll probably watch that, because it's a big game for the Niners in the division. Because the Rams are, I believe, 1 game back on the Niners for division. The Niners are 1 game back. Seattle plays Arizona tomorrow. Hopefully Arizona gets the win, because I really don't want to be a game and a half out of the division with basically 7 to 8 games left. And we got Seattle at the end of the year. That could possibly be for the NFC West title and maybe a playoff spot. But we'll see what happens if, the trade deadline, I think, came and went, or is coming up. We'll see if the Niners get Odell Beckham Jr., which I think will be great. And that, if they get him, forget it. The Niners wide receiver core is set. It is just going to be, nobody can stop those guys. Debo, Ayuk, Jennings, and Beckham. Woo, that's an unstoppable 4 wide receiver core. Then you got Kittle. who's starting to heat up a little bit. They got McCaffrey on a running back, but then you got that fucking horrible offensive line. Trent Williams, you need to get the fuck out. McGlinchey, fucking retire, get out. We need people that can actually block and keep Jimmy from getting sacked and just make stupid decisions. But I think if the Niners get OBJ, I think they'll make a big run for the NFC West title and really put a hurt on the Seattle Seahawks and the Rams. It was really, the Niners are, they really beat the Rams. They swept the Rams this year at home and then at SoFi Stadium. So don't have to worry about that. But we got 2 games against Arizona coming up. November the 21st, the Monday Night Football game in Mexico City. That's going to be a really big game in the division. Then they have another game in Santa Clara. That's in December. I don't know what. In December. And then at the end of the year, January the 7th or the 8th, at home against Seattle. Hopefully, that's not going to be a big game, especially for the division, because the Niners are 3-0 in the division. So I got 3 big division games coming up in the span of a few weeks. They could take 2 or 3. I think they'll be fine. But, then again, Arizona's always tough. Seattle was tough in Seattle. Of course, they should have won that game. Really, the Niners should have won that game, but came up short near the end, as usual. But I think the Niners are going to make the playoffs. I don't know, as a wild card or possibly the NFC West champion. What seed? Who knows? Depends if they go on a big run for the next 7-8 games. Right now they're 4-4. I like them to go 11-6, and maybe get that second, maybe third spot. Get the home game instead of getting in any. If they get the top 4 seed, we're the top seed. I would love because I get the week off for the first round. But we'll see. But if they get the second, 3rd, or 4th seed, they're at home anyway. And I think they can win at home against whoever they play. Hopefully not the Giants or the Eagles. Well, they won't face the Eagles unless the Eagles get the one of the wild cards, which I don't think they'll do unless they have a major collapse. They're 8-0 now, and they don't play till when did the Eagles play actually? Next Eagles game is next Monday night at home against Washington. Then they get Indianapolis. They're probably going to go maybe 10-0 until they face Green Bay, which is probably going to be their hardest, probably the toughest opponent right so far this season. Tennessee might be a little toughy game. They got the Giants. That's going to be interesting. They should beat Chicago. Dallas on my birthday in Dallas. So that might be a little, interesting. Then the final 2 games, New Orleans, they should win that. And then the Giants at home, which could either give them the NFC East or maybe put them in the playoffs. But I think the way it's going, the way the Eagles are playing right now, they could go maybe 15-2 and get the number 1 seed and home field throughout the playoffs. That's going to be really tough if the Niners go on a big playoff run. Like they win the first round, they win the division, the wild card round, then they win the divisional round. They go to the NFC title game in Philly in January, which could be really bad if it snows down in Philly. Well, it's pretty warm, who knows? But that's going to be very interesting to see. A red hot Eagles offense. Defense is not that great. Maybe Niners are kind of like meh. But that should be probably, if it happens, I would love to see it. Because I would love for the Niners to go to the Super Bowl. And I would love to go on video and just tell EDP to go fuck himself. Not that he already fucks himself anyway, because he's what he is. He's fat! Son of a bitch! He's fucking fat! And if you talk about pedophiles, that guy is a pedophile. Because he wanted a cupcake. All he wanted was a cupcake. And then really, those 2 idiots, made assholes out of themselves, to be honest with you. But still, EDP is a douchebag. But I digress on that. And we're going to move on from there. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore. I'm signing off. I'm getting out of here. So thank you for watching. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Once again, peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your compute. And if you're not down with that, I'm sorry. I'm just so very sorry, but if you're not down with me, then get the fuck off my channel and just get the fuck out of my life. But you want to stick around and continue to suck on my humongously big cock? Because we all know your girlfriends and your moms and your grandmas think about it all the goddamn time. And you do too, because, you know, some of you are just, you just play left field. And you're the, you know, you're the receiver, whatever. But anyway, if you're not down with that, ladies and gentlemen, you haters out there, you just can't seem to freaking let go. And you really need to let go. If you're not down with that, I got 3 fucking words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's all I gotta say about that. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Have a great Sunday. Gonna be warm here in the Northeast tomorrow. Another 75-degree day. 80 on Monday, and then down the drain it goes. Because by next weekend, it's gonna be like upper 40s to near 50. Oof. So, actually, we're gonna get late fall weather going into Thanksgiving. It's supposed to rain, I think, Friday into Saturday morning. And that sucks, but so I got a busy weekend next weekend, and with some, I'm actually going away on Saturday and Sunday, so I won't be around most of Saturday and most of Sunday. So, but it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. Got some plans with the missus. We're gonna do some stuff, and that you really don't need to know about, but it is what it is. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And, yeah, if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. And until next time, I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace, bitches.